All right, so I wanted to speak on Deontay Wilder and the WBC franchise title. Okay, he recently said in an interview that he's not interested. He doesn't want to be franchise champion. He still believes that in the old way to doing things and having mandatories and stuff. He's publicly said that, and it is really good that he said it because it let us know as fans that they're listening to the fans. All right, I think it's great. I like the fact that Terrence Crawford, even though he's not a WBC champion at the time, he's come out and said that he's not interested in that neither. Even though he doesn't have an actual WBC title at the moment, he's come out and said that he's not interested. And I think the back and forth and the backlash to Lomachenko, uh, I think it's making fighters aware that the fans are not happy about it. And these interviews with Mauricio Solomon has not helped at all. You know, Fans want undisputed. That's more important. I know Mauricio Solomon says, "Yeah, listen, you are a franchise champion. You represent the WBC at all times." Yeah, yeah, we hear that. But as long as there's another full title holder in the division, in that very same division, no one's gonna ever really view the franchise champion as the current champion. No one's gonna do it because in order for you to take that title, you had to lose your title and give it to someone else, and they're full champion. You know, it's basically you basically downgraded the full title to a silver title. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened. You're not real champion, you're interim champion now. You're like a step below the top guy, you know? But they have the title of a full title, which it doesn't make sense. So I'm glad that I'm not gonna, because we already gone through this. But what I'm saying is I'm glad that these boxers are being vocal about not wanting the title, and for Wilder to come out and say it is even better than anyone else saying it right now. Because to be honest, when I heard rumors of Wilder being the next franchise champion, these rumors had came out, um, kind of following Canelo becoming franchise champion, right? And at that time, Dillian White was not tested positive yet. All right, well, all that stuff didn't happen yet with Oscar Rivas' situation. That didn't happen yet. So when the news or the rumors started coming out, it was like, oh wow, it looks like Wilder won't even have to fight Dillian White because he won't have any mandatories to fight. But the Dillian White investigation is still ongoing right now. We're still waiting for those B samples. Uh, but while that's still going on, I'm glad that Wilder and all of these other fighters are coming out and like expressing themselves. Even Tank Davis saying, even though I don't really agree with him, I don't think he should be knocking Devin Haney. Um, but the fact that fighters are showing that they don't care for the franchise championship is making it's good for the fans because it's showing the fans that look, we have a voice. They know that we're not happy with this. Even the boxers are saying it, so it can possibly help with making other fighters not wanting this franchise championship. Because like I said, Wilder, a guy that has 9, 10 title defenses, was probably really on his way to becoming the next franchise champion. Now, I did see some posts. I read a couple comments. A lot of people saying Wilder is just saying this now because he doesn't even have to worry about fighting Dillian White. I mean, hey, listen, it could be all right. That might have something to do with it. But you know what? I'm talking about him verbally saying that he doesn't want the franchise championship. Hopefully, more boxers are willing to say no to this new title. Okay, this is really not an upgrade. It's not. It's not. You know. Yeah, you don't have to fight your mandatories. Yeah, you can move up and down and weight. You can do whatever you want and you can retire. But come on, man. We want undisputed. We like the old traditional way of doing things. We want to know who's really the top guy. We don't want someone to lose a fight and still be called franchise champion. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. All is like I said before previously, all that is a glorified lifetime membership. That's all it is. That's all it is. You are a lifetime membership to Blink Gym. Like something like that, you're here forever, you know? And I'm sure these guys are paying for it. As far as Lomachenko, look, it seems like he had asked for this. Okay? Listen, I said that he's not ducking Devin Haney. You know why I said that? Because he hasn't had the opportunity to duck Devin Haney yet. I know a lot of people saying he's ducking him. He hasn't had the opportunity to duck him yet. There was no point in Devin Haney's career where Lomachenko was supposed to fight him next. Lomachenko was supposed to be fighting the winner of Lopez and Comey. That was the plan. The Devin Haney thing is a couple of weeks old. He still may fight Devin Haney. He still may fight him. I mean, if Devin Haney goes on to fight, let's say he goes on to fight Luke Campbell, beats Luke Campbell, all right? Still WBC champ. Say he fights a couple good guys at WBC. While still holding the WBC title, right? He fights this guy, and then Loma goes on to fight the winner of Comey and Teofimo Lopez. Another guy that people say that Lomachenko ducked. Well, at what point was he supposed to fight Teofimo Lopez? The moment that Lopez called him out? What point was Lomachenko supposed to fight him? When people say a fighter is ducking someone, aren't you supposed to avoid that person when the opportunities come? A duck is when, hey, I'm the mandatory to fight you next. I finally got in position to fight you. I beat all the guys I was supposed to get you, and then you move on to a different division, or you just move on to fighting a voluntary or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you give up your belt in order to fight someone else. No, Lomachenko is fighting the winner of the other two best fighters. That's not a duck. This guy, Devin Haney, just literally got there. Now, I'm glad he's calling him out. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I like Devin Haney. I'm glad he's calling Lomachenko out. I was glad when Teofimo Lopez, you guys were on here hating on him and getting mad at the guy for calling out Lomachenko. And I said, I think that's great. He's supposed to call out Lomachenko. I want to see him fight Lomachenko. I don't think he's ready, but I want to see the fight. I have no problems with the call out, but let's see what you can do to get your shot. If you beat Comey, you're going to be a champion. Lomachenko will fight you. But if he doesn't fight you and he goes on to, fight someone that's irrelevant, then we can start asking questions. But hopefully Lomachenko will be the last franchise champion. I mean, me personally, out of all of the WBC title holders, I haven't seen anyone dominant enough yet to become franchise champion outside of Deontay Wilder because of all the title defenses he's had. And if he doesn't want it, then maybe this franchise title thing can just disappear. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I mean, you got Mauricio Solomon. The dude can't explain what the hell it means at this point, So I'm hoping it just kind of disappears. I mean, listen, Loma, you want to keep yours, and Canelo, if you want to keep that title, that's cool. But I don't really see anyone else deserving to be a franchise champion. I didn't even think Lomachenko was deserving of it, to be honest with you. I mean, we know he's a pound for pound fighter and everything like that. I mean, he's a great fighter. He's an amazing fighter. You know, he's already kind of legendary, but what if he loses next year? You know, it's possible. You never know. I mean, these guys are not some chumps. He's fighting good fighters. And if he goes on to fight a Lopez or a Devin Haney, what if one of them beat him? What if them? What if they do? Does he still belong to be a franchise champion? You know, I mean, I don't think one loss is gonna take away from everything, but I mean, did he really like fight the best fighters in the world? Did he really do that up to this point? He fought some very good fighters at 126, 130, and 135. But were they like pound for pound type? The pound for pound fighter he fought was a guy that had to move up 2 weights to fight him. So I want to see a little bit more. I mean, he's doing great. Lomachenko's great. I think he's top 3 pound for pound, obviously. But I mean, could he be fighting better fighters? Yeah. You know, I think Mikey Garcia would have been his best win, but Mikey went up in weight. That's not Loma's fault, but we still didn't get the fight. Now, if he beat Mikey Garcia at 135, would have been like, well, let's revisit this conversation. All right, but he didn't. Not his fault, but he didn't fight. I'm not going to give him credit because Mikey chose to win out. I'm not going to give him credit for the win. All right, so listen, I'm glad Wilder spoke out. I'm glad all of these boxers are speaking out. They're making it seem like the franchise championship is a joke. You know, even Tank Davis talking trash to Devin Haney on Twitter, talking about this title was given to you. I like that because they're belittling this title. Yes, it sucks that Devin Haney. I know, I understand. Well, on his end, he did nothing wrong. He was given a title. All right, he's worked his way to put himself in a position. Yes, he did. But you didn't win the title by fighting someone. All right, so I'm glad that these fighters are trying to belittle these titles, like with Jamal Charlo, because it's making other fighters aware of it, and they're saying, "Man, I won't even deal with that." So I think it's a good thing that Wilder and other fighters like Bud and everybody else that's spoken about it is trashing the franchise championship. All right. So anyway, just wanted to make a video on that, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already.